Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Stamping Therapy. Today I am making video number 4 for week 4 for the Magical Christmas collab that's put on by the Pink Zebra Unicorn Crafter, Danielle. And I've had so much fun doing this each week, trying to figure out something new and fun to make. This project is not new to me. I made it several years ago for a project for a craft retreat, and it is a fun Christmas notebook. You can make this with paper that's not Christmas and use it all year round, or you can use it just for your Christmas list. So we're going to get started. I am starting out with the Let It Snow Designer Series paper. I love this pattern. Look at all the cute little snowmen that it has in it. There's a bigger print too that has the same snowman in it. And what we're going to do with this is put it inside a Stampin' Up case. This is a stamp case from Stampin' Up. We sell these separately. Well, they come in packs of 4, I think. And we're going to make a notepad in a case that you can slip in your purse and not have to worry about anything getting messed up. The first thing I did was cut designer series paper. It is 10 5/8 across by 7 inches tall. I was gonna use my wrapped in plaid designer paper, but it's only 6 inches, so that didn't work. So I went looking for something that was big enough. I needed 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to start by putting this into the case so that I can see where my crease needs to go so I can decorate the front. This case has this sleeve on the outside. And I'm going to just lift that up and put the paper in. Hopefully I cut it right. Slide it in there. So it's in there like that, and then I'm going to close it and kind of work on my edges there to crease them. That's really cute all by itself, but we're going to make it even more fun. So I'm going to do the inside first, and then I'll go back and work on the outside. I bought these notepads at Office Depot. They were, I don't remember how wide, they were a little bit wider to go inside this case and leave room for a pen. They need to be 4.5 inches wide and then 7 inches tall, and I'm thinking they might have been 7 inches tall, but I used a Mongo paper cutter to cut the edge off of this so that it would fit in here. The first thing I'm going to do is cover up this ugliness on the top, and I'm going to do that using this designer paper. I want to curve this a little bit because I'm going to fold it around the back. I'm trying to remember where I put my Stampin' Up tear and tape. Maybe it's one place, and if it's not there, I'm using something else. It's not there. So I have some other tear and tape I can use. I have this wide stuff. This is actually score tape, I think. I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to see how far I need it to go around the back. Not very far. So I think first I'm going to burnish this nicely on here. Use my paper piercer to take this off. And I'll put this on. Doesn't that look better already? Looks much better than the Office Depot that was on there before. And then, what am I going to do with this? This tape is too wide for this. So, I have some really skinny tape that I'll put on the back. I'll put it on the paper, which that way it will be in the place I want it to be in. A couple rows on there. I'll burnish that. Ah, that did not work. Did not burnish it well enough. I hate it when stuff like that happens. Burnish it very nicely. I'm pushing really hard this time. Much better. Okay, now I'm going to wrap that around and burnish it. And then to put this inside the case, I'm going to put this Terran tape, this score tape, not Terran tape, on the back. It wouldn't be a huge disaster if it didn't stick in there, because the case does lock, but it'd be nice to have it stuck down. And you won't be able to see the back because there's paper inside, so you won't see this ugliness back there. I'll put one more. Burnish these guys. Take this off. And then I'm going to put it inside here. Make sure I'm right side up, and I want it pretty close to the edge and then centered top to bottom. I'm about to push, make sure that that tape adheres very nicely. Okay, so that part is done. And then we have this little piece to put inside the pen. This is the tricky part. I need to roll this up. So I'm going to curve it as much as I can. The reason I didn't use liquid glue to attach this to this case is that this is shiny plastic and liquid glue is not going to stick to it. So I needed Terran tape or something like it. Okay, this is an RSVP pen by Pentel, and you can unscrew the top that comes out. And then I'm going to roll this up and get it inside. I'm going to attempt to roll this up so I can get it inside. This is the worst part of the whole thing, is trying to roll up this paper. Once it's in the pen, it's not gonna, you won't be able to tell if it's not perfectly round or rolled correctly. I think that might be good. Let's see. Got it in there. And then I can put that back. There, it worked. Pretty cool, huh? So that's that part. This will go right here, and then it closes nicely. This reminds me, I need to make one of these for myself that is not using Christmas paper because I want to keep it in my purse. The next thing I'm going to do for the front, or for the inside, is I have ordered and don't have yet little calendars. This is an old one. This is what I put in them the first year. You can tell that I made them in 2015. I didn't cut that exactly right, but so this would go right here. And then I'm making a pocket out of this. This piece of designer paper is 4 1/8 by 3 1/4, and then I scored it 2 inches down from the top. And if it's directional paper, you want to be sure that you're doing it the correct way. I am going to punch a little hole right here. Well, not a hole, a little half circle right there. I'm going to put tear and tape in here. Again, this one's probably not, this is not tear and tape, this would be score tape. And in this particular instance, I like how thin this is. This is 1/8 of an inch. And there are some things that 1/8 of an inch is very good for. So there I have a cute little pocket, and I didn't do my tear and tape correctly, so I have sticky right there. I'm going to show you what to do about random stickiness that you don't want. This is the, what's it called? This is the embossing buddy, Stampin' Up's embossing buddy. You use this when you're going to heat emboss something to make sure stuff doesn't stick where you don't want it to stick. I have sticky right here that I don't want, so I'm just going to go like this. And there is no more sticky there. I don't heat emboss very often, and I almost use my embossing buddy more for this than for that. My little circle's not in the middle either. Now I'm going to put some tape on the back of here. Some areas I am a very uncoordinated person. And I'll burnish this. And then I'm going to center this right about here. And then this is a cool little pocket. I don't have a book of stamps, but this is a cool little pocket that you could put a book of stamps in, or whatever else you wanted to stick in there. Isn't that fun? This is not the right size. This is This is 3, so this should be 3 1/4. So I'm going to trim this to 3 1/4. It's the right size otherwise, so I don't know how I got that measurement. I'm going to put this on the back of here. And it's going to go right here. I want to be sure I can center it. And then when I get the right calendars, I can stick a calendar right on there. And so the inside is pretty much done. That doesn't go there. Now I will do the outside. I have a crease right here, so this is my workspace. I have already die cut using these stitched rectangles. This is shiny black. Stampin' Up! Calls it foil, black foil. This is real red cardstock. So I've die cut two that are going to nest nicely together. And because this is shiny, I'm going to use this tape to adhere the two together. If I was putting this on the outside of a card, this whole thing that I'm going to do right now would be 3D, but this is not going to be on the outside of a card. It's going to be inside that plastic sleeve, so I can't really 3D it the way that I would like to. There is one part that I'm going to pop up, but you'll see that later. So I'm going to center this on here. I love these stitched shapes. Stitched labels, I think, is what Stampin' Up! Calls them. Okay, so that's that part. I'm not going to stick it down yet. One of the patterns in this paper has all these bigger snowmen on it, and it is really cool. You can cut all these little guys out and use them however you want. But this one right here is perfect for the snowman punch. So this is the punch. It has the snowman, his hat, a nose, and the little sticks for arms. And I'm going to punch him out of here. Make sure you can see what I'm doing, so I can get it lined up correctly in the punch. Got stuff I didn't want there, but that's okay. So that's my little snowman. And then, where did it go? Here it is. One of the other patterns in this pack is a bunch of hats. Cool hats. And I don't know what her name is, but her YouTube channel is The Papered Chef. She has a video showing how to cut out a whole sheet of these hats, almost all of them, all at once using the Brothers Scan and Cut, which is really cool. The nice part for me right now is these hats are the same shape as this hat right here, so I can punch this out. So I'm going to put that in there, hoping I'm not in the camera. There's my little hat. I was going to punch one of the glossy black ones, and then I thought, well, if I do this, it's going to have the fun stuff on it, the red band and the little white stuff. The snowman I am going to pop up with Stampin' Dimensionals, just because I do want to add a little bit of dimension to this. Let's put that there, and this one here. And this one in the middle. And I will so I'm going to add this to the center of this. Then I will put a dimensional on the back of the little hat. And I will, do I want it straight? or I'm going to put him at an angle. He's a little bit cocky. So that's that part. Another thing that is in this suite of products with Stampin' Up! Is it's an embellishment kit that goes with this Let It Snow suite. So it has little felt hats and mittens and scarves. Maybe I'll put a scarf on him. Let's see. I don't know how the scarves work for sure, but I'll pull one out and try it. And then it has this sheet of, so we don't need the nose or the buttons because they're already on there, but we could use the arms. So I can take the little arms off of here. They're self-stick, and I'm going to stick it behind. And stick that one there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not, but let me see. That is the front. I think that's going to make it too bulky, so I'm not going to use that. So then I can add this to the front here, and I'm going to add this using liquid glue. I feel like I had another thought, but I lost it, so I don't know where it went. It'll come to me later. I'm going to try to center this. If you wanted to make these and give to somebody for a gift, you could put a sentiment of some sort on here. I'm not prepared to put a sentiment on there. And I can't think of anything else I want to put on there. If I had die cut out some little snowflakes, they would go nicely, but I didn't, so it's crooked. Crooked. Is that crooked? We'll see if it looks crooked when I get it back in there. So now I'm going to put this back. There, isn't that cute? I really like it. The other thing that I could do, will it still close if I did that? Let me see. I could take some real red ribbon. This ribbon is from the holiday catalog. Not the holiday catalog. This ribbon is from the mini catalog that goes into effect in January. We had our convention last weekend, and those of us who attended the convention got to do a pre-order ahead of time, so this was part of the pre-order. That looks kind of crooked. I wonder if I can fix it. Ooh. So that's one nice thing about the Stampin' Up! Glue that you hear me complain about all the time, is that sometimes you can get it off without destroying what you made. So I'm going to put this on again. And what I'm going to do, part of my problem is this crease is so faint that I'm having a hard time seeing it, which made me misjudge the center. So now I can see where my edge is. And I will put this back on here, farther to the right, and straighter than it was. Much better. Now, do I want to add a, see if I add a bow inside here, it's going to be smushed. So my thought with the ribbon was, put this back. Yeah, that's much better. Much straighter and in the right place. My thought with the ribbon was, will this close if I put ribbon back here? Will the case still close? And it does. So I'm gonna, hope you can see that. Sorry, I got it pulled back. Going to go like this. Not with those scissors. These scissors have been used for paper too much and they don't cut ribbon at this point in time. That's pretty straight. Pretty straight. This goes like this. Not sure if I like this part or not. We'll see. Pen inside. Need to add my calendar. And the trick with the pen is to make sure that it's laying on its back and that this piece is laying over the top of this. So there it is, my cute little notepad case that will go nicely in a purse. This might, I don't know if I like this, it might come off. So let me know what you think. And my thought for this one today is I want to give this away to somebody. So if you make a comment, if you'll comment down below that you would like to receive it, then I will draw from everyone who says they would like to have it. And I will give this to somebody and I will put it in the mail as soon as my calendars come. So comment down below. I will choose a winner on, today is Thursday, November 21st. I'll choose a winner on Sunday. What day is that? 22, 23, the 24th. I'll choose a winner on November 24th. And then I will, that person will need to send me their address so I can put this in the mail. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching our magical Christmas collab. We're all having a lot of fun making these projects. And we have one Friday left in November, so I need to figure out what I'm making for next Friday. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.